Hello guys, this is Vineet from Edge Forex, and today is the 12th of December 2025, and I think this is going to be a hard-hitting update that everybody must watch throughout. Okay, so you're looking at the chart for silver. A few days ago, a couple of 3, 4 weeks ago, I came out and kind of showed you guys that, hey, look at this cup and handle, and one of our members on our Telegram group actually shared a gold chart, and then I was reviewing both gold and silver, and I kind of responded to him that, hey, I think silver is showing a better formation here. You've got all the ingredients for a perfect cup and handle, and I think has uh, a better potential compared to gold, and that's exactly how it played out. And over the last 2, 3 weeks, silver's been on an absolute tear. Gaining over 20%, and it's a move that will be remembered for a very long time. That said, look at the technicals here. Look at the indicators. Stochastic is sitting at 98, and it's been over 80 for a very long time, for like 17, 18 days now. And then RSI is sitting at over 80. Can it go from 80 to 85? Yes. The point I'm trying to make is I think the majority of the move is behind it and it's not in front of us for this particular leg. That said, I don't think this bull run is anything close to being over. It is far from being over, in my humble opinion. And I think the prices for silver are going to be well in 3 digits. I would say 2, 3, 400 bucks. I don't know exactly where they're going to end up, but it's going to be a lot higher than it is right now. Can there be violent corrections? You can bet your life on it. And same thing goes for gold. Gold is sitting at what, $4,200, $4,300 right now, and it can go above $4, $5, $6, $7, $8,000 in a very short amount of time. Again, will there be violent corrections? You can bet your life on that, and that is what give you the opportunity for accumulation of these precious metals. I've been accumulating them for a very long time, for 20 plus years. So my dollar cost average is very low. That does not mean that you should not buy it now. If you don't have any gold, I've been telling you guys from day one, buy, because you have to have some gold in your portfolio. I am, again, if you guys know my philosophy, I believe in concentrated portfolios. I think balanced portfolios or diversified portfolios are the number one scam this financial industry has ever pulled, in my opinion, again. Because, I'm not here to talk about my philosophy on portfolio management, but I am here. I'm going to cover that in another topic. Maybe we'll have an open discussion where everybody can kind of jump in and share their philosophy and see what makes most sense. But right now, I want to cover gold and silver. Even though I think short term, it's really for this particular leg, it's kind of overbought, and I think is going to be very healthy if it takes a pause right around here, or maybe a little higher, and then takes a pause, have a correction like 4, 5, 6, 10%, and then resumes this uptrend again. That said, I think something happened within last 24 to 48 hours, which has changed everything, which has changed the entire dynamics for gold and silver space, and it is so explosive. It is so explosive that but I'm shocked that nobody's freaking talking about it. And it's going to change how things are going to move in this sector for eternity, for foreseeable future, years and decades to come. Okay, guys, are you ready? Here it is. I'm going to show you guys. India, with 1.4 billion people, are now allowed to buy gold and silver ETFs for their pension funds. Okay, guys, this is huge. The gold's been tagged as a tier 1 asset. In other words, you can take your gold into a bank and bank will accept that gold as collateral. So you don't have to go to these shady lenders where they're going to give you 50 cents on the dollar. You can take your jewelry, you can take your bars, you can walk into a bank, and now the bank is now mandated to give you the actual gold's worth. It is unreal. It is unprecedented. Earlier, you couldn't buy gold from banks. Now you can go buy a gold bar from a bank. It's changed everything. India, the philosophy, the belief system of Indian people is that gold is everything because that's their culture. It's for the weddings. It's for their deities. It's for anytime they gold is real money for them. Gold is everything. Like in Chinese culture, gold is huge. Gold is plays a huge part when it comes to saving. Gold plays a huge part when it comes to kind of taking money and kind of hide it away from relatives and the government and the big brother. So there is a philosophical, there is a cultural mix to it. Now all of a sudden this huge hundreds of millions of people now will be able to invest into gold ETFs, will drive that demand. Let me read this one sentence, one little thing that kind of hit me hard. Okay, guys, here. This is not a cosmetic tweak to asset menus. It is rewiring of capital flows at the deepest, slowest, most powerful layers of India's financial system. Pension money does not day trade. It accumulates, it rebalances slowly, and then sits there for decades, silently and grinding demand into whatever asset classes it is allowed to touch. Guys, this is huge. This is powerful. Imagine hundreds of millions of people now allocating even 1%, half a percent of their portfolio into gold ETF. The demand is going to go through the roof, is going to go parabolic, and it's not a one-time demand. That's what makes it so powerful. It's not a one-time demand. It is going to be a persistent demand. There is now a bid under gold, under every ounce of gold that is produced. There is a bid, not from central bankers, from a country, from a people, 1.4 billion strong. Not every one of them is going to be buying gold, but I'm trying to make a point here. Even if 1/10, that 150 million people buying gold every month religiously. You guys, I can't even fathom, even if I were to buy 1 gram of gold every month, but is the volume that we're looking at. 150 million people buying 1 gram of gold is huge. Is in hundreds of tons or thousands of tons we are talking about, or hundreds of tons. So this is groundbreaking. This is absolutely going to change the dynamics, not just gold. I'm talking silver also. That is why silver is skyrocketing. That is why silver, I think, this is my philosophy. This is my theory. Okay. It's a conspiracy theory. Okay. I have nothing to back it up. There is no article. There is no news, no nothing. I think the news was leaked earlier to the circles with the real money holders. And I think they ran this move because they knew something like this was coming out. So I think the big money found out that this is about to happen and they front ran this entire move. I could be wrong, but I think it smells of it. Okay. It looks like it. It smells like it. It must be. So I think the gold and silver will always have a bid. I think the corrections, in my opinion, are going to be shallower. Okay, going forward, I think shallower and narrower. So it'll be shallow. It'll seem like it's crashing, but it'll be very, very fast, and it'll rebound very, very fast because of that underlying bid that I was talking, that we just kind of read about. So all these pension funds, because even in the US, if you want to have gold in your retirement fund or in your IRA or other, you have to jump through hoops. There's so much red tape that you have to go through. And then now again in India, which is the fastest growing economy, which is the third or fourth biggest economy in the world, and you have hundreds of millions of people chasing the same asset class that they absolutely love for generations, for thousands of years. Imagine what is it going to do to the price. I am super duper excited. I'm super duper bullish on this sector. I think it doesn't get any better for the gold and silver bugs. It is an absolutely game changer for this sector. I think if you are not into gold, you need to get into it now. No matter how small a quantity you can buy some gold. You have to have some gold in your portfolio. To each its own. Like every case is unique. For example, in my case, I'm uber bullish gold, and my portfolio is concentrated into gold, physical gold, into gold stocks, gold ETFs. Like, somebody asked me, how do you diversify? I said, I diversify. I have 1/10 of an ounce coins, half an ounce coins, 1 ounce coins. So all my diversification is just different sizes of gold and different types of gold, not in different sectors. So people often laugh at me, but at the end, I'm the one who's laughing. I don't want to laugh at other people. That's not my goal. My goal is to preserve and grow my wealth. And I'm sure that's why you guys are watching this video. So I thought this is huge, guys, and I had to bring it to your guys' attention that short term, I think, is overdone, the move. But the long term, there is a bid under the gold for central bankers. Have spoken extensively about that. Now there's a bid of 150, 200, 300, 400 million people, whatever the amount of pension funds are actually holding. This is hundreds of million, guys, that's for sure. So now you have that bid combined with central bankers and this huge population bid. Gold is only going higher. There is only one direction for this particular asset. I shouldn't be even calling an asset. Gold is money, guys. There's only one way for it to go, is higher. In other words, all the fiat currencies, the dollar, the rupee, the pound, the franc, the yen, the freaking, you name it, is going down together. And now the only thing is at what pace they're going down against gold. Something to ponder. All right, guys. Thank you.